With the ICC World Test Championship second edition starting for India with the India-England series, it's looking promising for this young Indian team to go to England and make that impact. I'm joined here today by former Indian cricketer Ashish Nehra, or how the world famously knows him as Nehra ji. Ashish Nehra is the expert panelist for Sony Sports studio show Extra Innings. So don't forget to watch the India Tour of England Test series on Sony 6 and Sony 3 in Hindi channels. My first question to you is, how motivated would the Indian team be, especially after India's loss at the final of the World Test Championship, and how difficult or easy do you think it would be for India?
See, when you're talking about international cricket, playing international cricket, I don't think so there should be any shortage of how prepared you are and how excited you are. Whenever you're playing international cricket, any player you ask, they are always excited. There's no shortage of energy, and I'm sure that's the same. That's what the case is with Indian team also. And when you discuss about things like WTC final loss, like 1-1 game, it's very difficult to judge anyone. Yes, when you are talking about playing big finals, you have to do well. Everybody wants to win, but India had a fantastic run when you talk about WTC. And see now, because of this COVID in last 18 months, it has not been easy for teams to preparing and all those kind of things. New Zealand did manage to play 2 test matches before that WTC. But the way things are going, I mean, if you ask me personally, I see both the teams evenly balanced. Yes, international cricket, when you discuss, especially test cricket, when you are playing at home, there's always advantage. Either it's India, either South Africa, or any team. But that's the whole fun. You want to beat England in England, or New Zealand in New Zealand, or Australia in Australia, or vice versa for those teams also.
Right. And talking about a 5-test series, there is always a lot of time for a comeback, unlike a one-off World Test Championship final. But would gaining early advantage and setting the tone be the key for India?
Yeah, definitely. See, as a visiting team, if you can win first test match, or let's say India-England played 2 test matches, India won 1 and 1 draw. So definitely you will gain lots and lots of confidence. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, it's not written anywhere. Let's say if you lose first test match, you cannot make a comeback. We have seen that what Indian team has done in Australia, losing first test match and getting all out on 36. Then you win 1, and then you see last 2 test matches, third one, Ashwin and Vihari, the way they batted, we were nowhere in the game. And the final game, we were behind in the game and then winning. These kind of things will definitely happen, and it can happen to any team. And this Indian team, for sure, there is no shortage of confidence, and you have to back yourself. But yes, if you can start on a winning note, it's always great. But see, at the same time, we have seen that previous tour of 2014, if I'm not wrong, first test match, we did manage to draw that test match in Nottingham, and then we won at Lords, and last 3 we lost also. We won at Lords, and last 3 we lost. So yes, if you win initially, it will gain confidence, but at the same time, you don't want to be overconfident also, right. Which I don't think so. Any team, especially this Indian team, they have toured everywhere. They have been playing together, these boys. So I don't think so that will be the case.
All right. If you have to choose any key battle in this series, which would that be and why?
See, again, if I have to choose one, it will be Jimmy Anderson and Virat Kohli. Every tour, it's not easy for somebody like Jimmy Anderson. He's 3-4 years older only. But with his experience, with his skills, with conditions in England, even although when England came India earlier this year, Jimmy Anderson did manage to bowl really, really well even on that tour, whatever number of games he played. Right. So that battle again, I would like to see, and it's going to be a cracker of a battle again. See, last tour I covered with Sony only, and Virat Kohli scored 500 plus runs, batted really magnificently, and he showed his grit as always. But still, a guy like Jimmy Anderson was bothering him. Although he did not manage to get Virat Kohli's wicket on paper, but he did bother him from ball 1 to last ball he bowled in oval. And you can ask this to Virat Kohli also. So as a fan, as a broadcaster, we are also looking forward to that. The only key thing in this will be Jimmy Anderson fitness, I will say. At the age of 39, you are talking about 5 test match series. If Jimmy Anderson can play 4 to 5 test matches completely fit, even if he's bowling on those conditions, 128 to 132, 133, it's not going to be easy. So I'm looking forward to Jimmy Anderson and Virat Kohli battle for sure.
All right. We all know the capabilities of Pujara at number 3, but Cheteshwar Pujara will be under pressure, especially because after the 2018-19 Australia tour, he has gone 18 tests without a century and is averaging somewhere close to 28. But who is your number 3?
See, I don't see anybody else batting at number 3 apart from Pujara. You know, I understand what you're saying. From last 18 months, he has not scored big runs. But we have seen that Rahul Dravid also gone through that phase. But here you're talking about a guy who has played that many number of test matches. The last time when he went to Australia, he did really well. And, you know, with that much experience, even in England, I remember last season he scored runs. You can't judge people, you know, in like 6 months, 1 year performance. If somebody is doing really well for 8-9 years, yes, he also wants to do. You know, when you ask Cheteshwar Pujara, but what's your other option? See, it's very easy to drop someone. You know, you should look to back your players. You should look to select people, not drop people. If no Pujara, then who will bat at number 2? Is Virat Kohli ready to bat at number 3? Then I can see. But then you need number 4. Then you need if Rahane bats at 4. Then you will need number 5. So those discussions will always be over. But a team, I mean, especially if you ask me, and all 3 formats for me, Indian team is most settled in Test cricket, right? So that's a big plus. If you want to do well in Test cricket, you have to have 7, 8, 9 names on your fingertips, which are part of 11, not even part of 15, and Cheteshwar Pujara is one of them. Yes,
right.
Yes. When you talk about big series like Australia or England or New Zealand or South Africa or back-to-back away tours of 8-10 test matches, those kind of test matches for any player are make or break. But I don't think so. We should rush or put pressure on Pujara. And you know, earlier also WTC, I didn't cover that, but there were discussions that Pujara or Rahane, they are not doing enough. So, but you can't just drop a senior player like Pujara and Rahane overnight on 2 test matches. If you are looking that they are not doing well or you want to push the bar, who is the guy ready? So you have to make people ready also.
Right.
Correct.
Like I said, see, last England tour also, there were too many changes. So changes are not going to serve any purpose. According to me, Cheteshwar Pujara should start. And when you are starting, you should keep your head clear that, okay, first 2 test matches, 3 test matches, these are our 9 to 10 players. Rest. 1 or 2, definitely you change according to the situation. You know, if you see any settled team, you see any teams, they have done really well. Majority of the times, you will see one odd tour like India, Australia, previous tour, right? Otherwise, majority of the time, you will see teams, they are settled in Test cricket, they are doing well, or any format out.
Right. Ashish Nehra, thank you so much for talking to us. We hope and pray that India does extremely well and wins this series.